This is Big Brother. Housemates, today is your 37th day in the Big Brother house.
Wow.
Including your time in lockdown, you have now been in isolation from the outside world for nearly 7 weeks.
7 weeks?
In that time, you have had no contact with your friends or family and no concept of what's happening in the world outside of the walls of the Big Brother house. Housemates, Big Brother has some news for you. News that affects all of you. 1 month ago, Prime Minister Kevin Rudd confirmed the date of the federal election. Housemates, Australia goes to the polls this coming Saturday.
Excellent.
The housemates are about to make their own little piece of history. It's the first time an Australian election has been called while Big Brother is on, and they, like the rest of the country, will have to vote. Big Brother has called in the nation's political leaders to help them decide.
Yeah.
Look, you guys are pretty lucky because there's an election campaign on and you're missing it. You're missing being hassled at shopping centres, you're missing being monstered at railway stations and so on. Still, I'm not going to miss the chance to say a few words to you about giving Australia a better government. I'm a volunteer bush firefighter. I do a bit of surf lifesaving. I've got my daughters here with me because, to be honest, as with all parents, they're my best asset. Even politicians, our kids are our best asset. If you want a better government, and if you want our country to be all it can be in the years ahead,
I like the one on the left.
I reckon you've got to change the government that we've got. So please, don't forget to fill out those postal vote applications. And if you want to know who to vote for, I'm the guy with the not bad looking daughters, isn't that right?
We've been watching you guys on TV at home. You're doing a really good job. Keep going, stay positive, and remember to vote for Dad. Yeah.
I think he's got me. I like that. It was so wacky.
He's a brilliant man, and that did not do anything for him.
And it's true, like he does so much for, like so much volunteering.
Yeah, but for the people who don't know about the Liberal Party views, like that was just a waste of time.
I believe in the fireys. I've done life-saving.
So Michaela, as a Liberal voter, what would you add to that?
You're a Liberal voter, are you? Oh, okay.
Looks to be deceiving. Don't judge a book by its cover.
To marry Therese, to promise to love and support her, and for her to promise the same to me in front of our families and friends, well, this is one of my happiest memories in my life. And her love and support for me over more than 30 years of marriage have meant more to me than I could ever tell. I've been thinking about the meaning of marriage for a long, long time, and I won't hide the fact that this has been a long and difficult journey for me. But here is what I know. We are at our best when we give all Australians the same dignity, the same opportunity for happiness. I believe that no matter whom we love, we all should be able to make the same promise that I was able to make to Therese over 30 years ago. That all of us should be allowed to marry the one we love. That's why, if I'm elected Prime Minister, I will support marriage equality legislation within the first 100 days of the Parliament. I won't force anyone on this issue. It will be a free vote for members of the Labor Party. So if you support gay marriage, I will need your support at this election. It's time to make things better. It's time for marriage equality. I believe the Church can retain its own arrangements for marriage between a man and a woman, but we, the secular state, should provide an opportunity for marriage equality for all. I'll hope you join me in this campaign.
But did he say within 100 days? That's it.
That's amazing. It won't happen, but he'll like open it up to
Can
be
I
voted
just say
for.
something to that?
Yeah.
And you've got to, like, his party weren't supporting him
Yeah.
on marriage
Yeah.
equality
So you wanted conscious
before we came in here.
They weren't.
So although
He said nothing about it. He had in the past
Wasn't a
said that he was
policy.
for it. And you know, we have Petty Wong now on the bench, but he hadn't come out and said his stance on it. That's the first time we've heard him say that he's going to be behind it.
Do you trust K-Rudd? Can we trust him? He's
I
already...
don't trust
Can
him
you
with his
trust the
party.
Labor Party?
I don't
It's
trust
not
him with
maybe
the
not
party.
necessarily
Yeah.
him. It's...
I don't trust the Labor Party one bit.
So do we pick the one that we trust most out of a bunch that we
one
trust?
that's going to, that you believe is best for the
lesser
country.
of three evils, four evils.
Hi, housemates.
Next up, it's the leader of the Greens.
How are things up there in Queensland? I hope you're enjoying the sunshine. It's a bit chilly down here in Melbourne. Imagine what it'd be like in 50 years if people looked back and said, wow, at the 2013 election, people voted for the Greens in great numbers, and as a result, Australia moved to 100% renewable energy. We seriously addressed global warming. We stopped those coal ports being built on the Great Barrier Reef and instead protected the reef for future generations.
She's got me.
Thanks, housemates. Vote Green. And don't forget to give Mr. Clement a pat for me.
Hi, Big Brother housemates. I'm Clive Palmer, leader of the Palmer United Party. We've nominated.
And finally, the man with his own party.
We're talking about a revolution. We need a fundamental change in Australia. Company tax receipts in 2014 will exceed $70 billion. Instead of companies paying tax quarterly based on estimates, let them pay it annually on their actual profit. We will then keep $70 billion in the economy. Create real demand, massive job growth. When $70 billion is spent by individual taxpayers, government gets 10% GST. The government gets an extra $7 billion every time it's spent.
Well, these guys sound fun.
Housemates, the polling booth is now open.
It's time to vote and become the first Australians to cast their ballot in the Big Brother diary room.
Just put it in here, Big Brother.
Of course.
Yay, first vote.
Oh, this looks confusing. All right. Voted.
Big Brother, what's the pirate party?
An Australian Electoral Commission representative was on hand to help housemates answer questions about voting for their local electorate. Spoken by Mike Goldman for the 2013 Big Brother postal vote ballot.
Whoa.
Put that in there.
Good one. Thank you.
You're done. Ben, on your left, there's a envelope with your name on it. Other way.
Oh.
Other way. Behind you.
Oh.
Did you get a sticker? Yeah? Oh, good.
Let's go.